You're listening to Solihull Radio.
There's a fire starting in my heart, reaching a fever pitch and it's bringing me out the dark. Finally, I can see you crystal clear. Go ahead and sell me out and I'll lay your ship bare. See, I'll leave with every piece of you. Don't underestimate the things that I will do. There's a fire starting in my heart, reaching a fever pitch and it's bringing me out the dark. The scars of your love remind me of us. They keep me thinking that we almost had it all. The scars of your love, they leave me breathless. I can't help feeling we could have had it all. In the deep, you have my heart inside. And you played it to the beat. Baby, I have no story to be told, but I've heard one on you and I'm gonna make your head burn. Think of me in the depths of your despair. Make a home down there as mine sure won't be shared. The scars of your love remind me of us. They keep me thinking that we almost had it all. The scars of your love, they leave me breathless. I can't help feeling we could have had it all. In the deep, you have my heart inside. And you played it to the beat. Could have had it all. In the deep, you have my heart inside of your hand, but you played it with a beating. Throw your soul through every open door. Count your blessings to find what you look for. Turn my sorrow into treasured gold. You'll pay me back in kind and reap just what you sow. We could have had it all. We could have had it all. It all. We could have had it all. In the deep, you have my heart inside. And you played it to the beat. Could have had it all. In the deep, you have my heart inside. But you played it to the beat.
You're listening to Solihull Radio.
Good morning. The time is 7 minutes past 7 and you are listening to Solihull Radio and it is Monday and you are listening to The Breakfast Show. Good morning, Laura.
Morning.
Good morning. We are talking everything local and newspapers this morning, and we also have a bit of a treat for you at 8 a.m. this morning, so keep listening to know what that is. Yeah, if you want to request a song as well, text in 075 6430 3064 and let us know what you want to hear on this bright and sunny Sunday morning. Not quite yet.
Sunday.
Oh, did I say
Day are
Sunday?
you on?
Monday morning. It's Monday. It's Monday, everybody. What have you been up to, Laura?
I have had another weekend jam-packed full of work, so that's been really delightful.
Wicked, like Dolly Parton, this one. Like Dolly Parton.
Well, not really. She only worked 9 to 5.
Yeah, this is true, exactly. So just working. You were down in Bournemouth, weren't you?
I was
entertaining the troops.
Bournemouth on Friday and in Leicester on Saturday, so that was a treat.
And what were you doing entertaining them?
I was singing with my ABBA tribute band, so lots of dancing queens, lots of Mamma Mias.
Yep.
But yeah, all good fun.
Everybody loves a bit of ABBA as well. That's the best part about it, isn't it? Everybody loves a bit of ABBA. So remember, you can request whatever you want to hear. And here is Zara Larsson with Lush Life.
I live my day as if it was the last. Live my day as if there was no past. Doing it all night, all summer. Doing it the way I wanna. Yeah, I'ma dance my heart out till the dawn. But I won't be done when morning comes. Doing it all night, all summer. Gonna spend it like no other. It was a crush, but I couldn't get enough. It was a rush, but I gave it up. It was a crush. Now I might have wanna said too much, but that's all it was. So I gave it up. I live my day as if it was the last. Live my day as if there was no past. Doing it all night, all summer. Doing it the way I wanna. Yeah, I'ma dance my heart out till the dawn, but I won't be done when morning comes. Doing it all night, all summer. Gonna spend it like no other. It was a crush. I kept saying I'ma stay in touch, but that thing went bust, so I gave it up. Ooh, no tricks, no bluff. I'm just better off without them cuffs. Yeah, the sun won't set on us. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Yeah. When low, when high, still waters run dry. Gotta get back in the groove. I ain't never heard it. When low, when high, what matters is enough. I'm getting right back in the mood. I live my day as if it was the last. Live my day as if there was no past. Doing it all night, all summer. Doing it the way I wanna. Yeah, I'ma dance my heart out till the dawn, but I won't be done when morning comes. Doing it all night, all summer. Gonna spend it like no other. Now I found another crush. A lush life giving me a rush. Had one chance to make me blush. Second time is one to let. Now I found another crush. A lush life giving me a rush. Had one chance to make me blush. Second time is one to let. I live my day as if it was the last. Live my day as if there was no past. Doing it all night, all summer. Doing it the way I wanna. Yeah, I'ma dance my heart out till the dawn, but I won't be done when morning comes. Doing it all night, all summer. Gonna spend it like no other. Now I found another crush. A lush life giving me a rush. Had one chance to make me blush. Second time is one to let. Now I found another crush. A lush life giving me a rush. Had one chance to make me blush. Second time is one to let.
It's like thunder and lightning. You heard me without trying. A temperature is rising. No, I don't like to be this way. And you're Jekyll and hiding. Are you real, are you lying? So stop with your crying. I can't handle it now. You tell everyone our love went cold. Going around spreading the word it's over. If that's how you feel, then you should go. Don't come around saying I still want you. 1 minute you say we're a team, then you're telling me you can't breathe. Well, you should set me free, baby, if you're over me. Yesterday you said I'm the one, but now you say you're done. Stop telling me what I I said it. Don't look at me all offended. You played games till it ended. I've got to look out for me. I won't say that it's easy. Oh, I know I hate leaving, but you can't keep deceiving. Does it make you feel good? You tell everyone our love went cold. Going around spreading the word it's over. If that's how you feel, then you should go. Don't come around saying I still want you. 1 minute you say we're a team, then you're telling me you can't breathe. Well, you should set me free, baby, if you're over me. Yesterday you said I'm the one, but now you say you're done. Stop telling me what I need, baby, if you're over me. If you're over me, if you're over me. Stop telling me what I need, baby, if you're over me. How long can a love remain? Time never could heal this pain. I thought I believed in fate. Oh, it's so cruel. No, nothing for us would change. Same story, the same mistake. This heart just had to break. Oh, 1 minute you say we're a team, then you're telling me you can't breathe. Well, you should set me free, baby, if you're over me. Yesterday you said I'm the one, but now you say you're done. Stop telling me what I need, baby, if you're over me. Just go, it's over. Just go, it's over. Just go, it's over. Baby, if you're over me. Just go, it's over. Just go, it's over. Just go, it's over. Baby, if you're over me.
I live my day as if it was the last. Live my day as if there was no past. Doing it all night, all summer. Doing it the way I wanna. Yeah, I'ma dance my heart out till the dawn. But I won't be done when morning comes. Doing it all night, all summer. Gonna spend it like no other. It was a crush, but I couldn't get enough. It was a rush, but I gave it up. It was a crush. Now I might have wanna said too much, but that's all it was. So I gave it up. I live my day as if it was the last. Live my day as if there was no past. Doing it all night, all summer. Doing it the way I wanna. Yeah, I'ma dance my heart out till the dawn, but I won't be done when morning comes. Doing it all night, all summer. Gonna spend it like no other. It was a crush. I kept saying I'ma stay in touch, but that thing went bust. So I gave it up. Ooh, no tricks, no bluff. I'm just better off without them cuffs. Yeah, the sun won't set on us. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Yeah. When low, when high, still waters run dry. Gotta get back in the groove. I ain't never heard it. When low, when high, what matters is enough. I'm getting right back in the mood. I live my day as if it was the last. Live my day as if there was no past. Doing it all night, all summer. Doing it the way I wanna. Yeah, I'ma dance my heart out till the dawn, but I won't be done when morning comes. Doing it all night, all summer. Gonna spend it like no other. Now I found another crush. A lush life giving me a rush. Had one chance to make me blush. Second time was one to let. Now I found
You're listening to Solihull Radio.
The time is 22 minutes past 7 and you are listening to Solihull Radio.
Where radio?
Solihull Radio.
So
ho ho ho. It is Monday morning and it is a little bit dark outside, so we are here to cheer you up and wake you up here this morning. We're talking all things what you're doing this weekend. So Laura was just work, weren't you? I, on the other hand, was staying in my house waiting for the DPD man. Yes.
all weekend.
No, well, pretty much actually pretty much. But Saturday, the whole day, honestly, me and this DPD man were having an actual relationship, basically. We were texting each other back and forth. He was committing to things and then not following it through. He was letting me down. I was disappointed about it. Honestly, full-time relationship me and this DPD man had.
What was the problem? Could he not find your house?
Oh, don't get me started. It was supposed to be, the DPD man was supposed to come, and I think his name was Derek, was supposed to come between 9:30 and 10:30 on Saturday morning. I then get the text message through the app saying that you rejected your parcel. Well, I didn't, Derek, because 9:30, between 10:30, I was waiting in, staring out the window, basically waiting for you to come. And Derek never came, basically. And then I'm on hold to the DPD people who seem to be on the moon, because when you speak to them, they sound like they're standing across the room from the phone, basically. And every single time I rang them up, I'd sit on hold for 45 minutes, and then as soon as I'd get through, it would cut off.
Just what you want.
They'd say, "Hi, welcome to DPD. How can I help you?" I'd start explaining it. Beep. Oh, it happened 3 times. 3 times I was on it. And then...
so how did you get Derek's mobile number? This is what I want to know.
They text you. They text you when they're on their way, and they give you a call. I was connecting with Derek. And then he just kept telling me, you need to ring them directly. So then I rang DPD directly.
But I don't understand why he put that you'd rejected it.
This is what I mean.
Go on, Des.
So then when I rang DPD, finally got through after the 3rd time of being put down, being put the phone down on. And then, and they said to me that the first time they said to me that I rejected it, I said, no, I didn't. The second time they said that they couldn't find the house. And then the 3rd time they said, well, Derek actually lost the parcel.
So which was it?
Derek lost the parcel, basically. He couldn't find it in the van. Now he's found it and he's coming back for 6:30 in the evening.
Oh, okay.
So that's
he
fine.
had lost the parcel.
He'd lost the parcel.
But he'd not lost the parcel.
Exactly.
He just put something on top of it.
Put something on top of
Right,
it. Derek
okay.
couldn't find it. Everyone makes mistakes. We're only human, Derek. It's fine. He said he was going to come back for 6:30. So I said, okay, that's no problem. As long as it comes for 6:30. I waited in all day, and what happened?
He didn't come.
He didn't turn up, did he?
What's in the parcel?
Oh, yeah, it was just hair extensions. So it wasn't urgent. It wasn't life or death, everyone. It wasn't life or death. But how annoying is that? All day.
It is annoying when you sit and wait in.
As
all
I said,
day.
it felt
so
like...
where are they now?
No, definitely not on my head, but they're at home. They're at home.
So Derek did get them to you?
No, on Sunday afternoon.
And was it Derek?
It wasn't Derek. It was somebody else, and he rang
Derek
me.
was probably too embarrassed by this point to actually meet you face to face.
Exactly. Well, he should be. He should be. He should be. I said to Adam, I said, I'm going to wait until 6:30, and I'm giving him a bit of a talking to. And Adam was like, no, don't do that. And I was like, no, I won't. So I was sitting waiting to be nice to him at 6:30 on a Saturday afternoon, and he still didn't turn up. Oh, yeah. But yeah, somebody else came and they rang me and said, we can't find the house. Use the postcode. Does anybody else have this? Honestly, with deliveries, it drives
In
you
all
insane.
fairness, your postcode does not take you to your house, which is probably why he's a little bit confused.
No, but
it takes
on the
you past your
DPD app,
house.
you have to upload a photo of your house.
Oh, okay.
You have to
All right, this
upload
changes
a
things.
photo of your house and a pin of your house.
I mean, that's like stalker and burglar city.
Paradise.
Whoa.
Especially when you're telling people, please deliver it next door as I'm not in, yeah.
Well, did you hear what Amazon have announced recently?
No.
That their plan upcoming is that they are going to have robots.
Drones.
Drones. No, first, aside from the drones, robots that will come to your house with your parcel, be able to get in with a code and leave your parcel on your kitchen worktop for you.
That's creepy.
That's weird, isn't it?
That is creepy.
Derek, You want to watch me because you're going to be out of a job.
Derek, your time is listed, my friend. Your time is listed, and it's me that's going to create these robots and ring you about them and be delivering to your house.
So consider yourself told and pull your socks up.
Wow, but isn't that a bit creepy? What if you come home to find like the milk's gone or something, and there's the robot having a cup of tea?
Sat on your breakfast stool reading your paper with a cuppa in hand.
Yeah. Your robot. Do we have to name them? Do we have to let them sit down? Do they need breaks? These are all the questions that. Oh, but
You
Derek.
probably need to recharge. You find them plugged into in your bed when
Yeah.
you get back having a nap.
But Derek, if you are listening, and I hope you are, you ruined my weekend, Derek. You ruined my Saturday, and I will never forgive you for this. Never. Absolutely never.
Another one bites the dust. Oh, why can I not conquer love? And I might have thought we were one. Why not to fight this war with no weapons? And I wanted it back. But there were so many red flags.
a.m. That is Sia with Elastic Heart. Have you seen what Gemma Collins has been up to on Dancing on Ice?
I mean, we shouldn't laugh.
Well, we should laugh. We definitely should. I know. If anybody hasn't seen it, basically go onto YouTube, Daily Mail, anywhere, Twitter, anything. And Gemma went for a bit of a trip, and I don't mean the holiday kind. Basically,
I don't know whether it was trip, slip. I don't know what happened.
Fly.
She put her arms up in the air and literally just face planted the floor.
Fly with me. Yeah, if you don't know, Gemma's on Dancing on Ice at the moment, and yes, she literally went skating along quite elegantly, and then all of a sudden, boom, she went for a trip, basically, and there she is, face planting along the ice, basically. So if you want to see it, yeah, go onto Twitter, Instagram, anything, it will be shared and it will be on there.
I mean, she is a little bit of a drama queen, isn't she?
Oh,
so
yes.
she was rushed straight off to physio.
Oh, of course she was.
You know, and she did, fair to her, she did get straight back up. She was a little bit dazed. It took her a couple of seconds, and it's that moment, isn't it, when they capture like that slow motion face, full face.
Yeah.
And then when you hit the ice, and she literally, I don't even know how she didn't keep her face up. Her face literally, you know what it reminds me of? You know,
mushes all along.
When you did your indoor skydiving the other day, and you're literally flat out with your arms and legs out in front and behind you, and your face is flat down. That is basically how she hit the ice.
Yeah.
And then flew across it. So I can imagine that anyone would be quite dazed.
Also, for some unknown reason, she didn't seem to put her hands down. She just knew, she kind of committed to it. Like she was like, I am falling over, here I go. And literally just committed fully to it and went Superman along the ice, basically, sliding along. Oh, have you had any embarrassing falls then?
I haven't had a massive fall.
She's had two now, hasn't she?
Oh my goodness. Do you know what?
The other
Let's just
one.
go back to the first one.
Oh,
What was it at the Kids' Choice Awards?
It was
or
the
the Teen
Kid-
Choice or something like that?
I think Kids or TV Choice Awards, and she does
my
she does
goodness.
like a pirouette thing, saying goodbye to everybody, and she falls down the hole of which she came, didn't she?
Yeah, so there was like a trap door on the floor, wasn't there? And what was really funny was that the Love Island stars of, it wasn't this year's Love Island, last year's Love Island, with Chris and Kem, and they were all waiting at the bottom of this trapdoor to come on next.
Oh, that's why she.
So they
hadn't-
were, yeah. I don't think she was leaving the stage. She was welcoming the Love Island stars on. So she like said, "And the winner is Love Island," and she like did this spin thing to welcome them on, and fell down the trapdoor. I mean, I know this makes me a really bad person, but I must have watched that video 500 times in a row.
I rewatched and watched and rewatched again. And the Love Island guys must have got a bit of a treat as well, mustn't they? Literally, they must have got a bit of a treat with her coming in.
And you know what the best bit about was last night as well? And I can't for the life of me, I'm racking my brain. I can't remember what song it was she was dancing to, but it was a ballad. It was a big ballad. And just at that moment when she went, it's like that big build-up
crescendo.
of the song. Just when the song hits that moment where, you know, the part when you're in your car, that is the moment where you would be belting it out.
Yeah.
Boom, down she went.
And off she goes.
Poor Gemma.
Poor Gemma, eh? Poor Gemma. Yeah, have you had any embarrassing falls before?
Not quite as embarrassing or as public as Gemma
Not
Collins,
on
thank
ITV
goodness.
prime time, you mean?
I did trip down a curb in London once, and you know how busy London is. There's people literally everywhere.
A curb?
Yeah.
What?
So
How big a curb was this?
do you know what the problem was? I'd got one of those little suitcases on wheels behind me.
Ah.
So that's stuck in people, and I'm trying to maneuver it. And you know when you go to cross a road and there's that little bit of pavement with the bumps on? Do you know what I mean? And like, so
Yeah.
I'm trying to get my suitcase and it's like stuck on the bump. So I pull it and like fall down the curb in the same instance. I didn't fall over, but I just smacked my head into basically somebody's chest that was coming the other way in front of me. And I looked up, I was like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. Guess who it was?
Oh, no.
Lee Ryan from Blue.
Oh, for God's sake. And did you say, hello, Lee Ryan from Blue?
No, I just grabbed my suitcase and scuttled off as quick as I could, very red-faced.
Any reason it was Lee Ryan from Blue? Was he
He was just crossing the road.
in the vicinity?
Why did the Lee cross the road?
I did the Clean Cross Road to watch a Laura trip, I think. Yeah, I had a bit of an embarrassing one with, and you know it, in regards to, I was supposed to be going skiing, and the week before I decided to go out for a couple of couple of beverages, couple of small tipples, and basically
I'm laughing because I know how this ends.
I tripped over a caution slippery surface sign. So yes, tripped over one, fell over and broke my wrist. And that was a week before. Oh, and the worst part about it was, when you're trying to be like, right, keep it together. It's not that painful. You're fine. Especially because you don't know that it's broken. If it was broken, I'd do a Gemma Collins. I'd be like, oh my God, I broke my wrist. Like, it's fine. Because I didn't know it was broken. I didn't know whether or not I was overreacting. So
I can vouch for this.
Yeah.
I was there that evening.
Yeah. And I was not there with the Leah Ryan thing though. But yeah, when one of Adam's friends pulled me up by my wrist, the same wrist of which was broken. It was quite difficult, but that was so embarrassing.
We all laughed it off, didn't we? At the time.
Oh, we all did we?
No, but you did jump up and laugh. You were holding your wrist and you were like, oh, that hurt. But you did laugh it off.
I did.
We probably laughed slightly more than you did, but we all had a laugh. And then about half an hour later, there was myself and another friend. We're like, where has Natalie gone? Like, we haven't seen her. Went into the toilets, and I'd never forget your face. She was just, and Natalie, she has got quite a good pain threshold, and she isn't really a drama queen. She's not a GC.
I'm not a
Are
GC.
You, love? Not a
no.
GC.
Pride myself in being not a GC.
But I'll never forget your face when you were sat pathetically on the sinks, holding your wrist. She was like grey, and she said, "It really hurts."
It was because somebody pulled me up with my wrist. And I think in the initial thing, I thought I'm a bit adrenaline fueled, a bit tequila fueled and everything else. And I think, no, it's fine. I'm fine. And then literally half an hour later, somebody went, "Does this hurt?" And they tapped me on my elbow. And literally the pain, it's so bad.
That was probably the same guy that pulled you up by your wrist and then bought you a tequila to get over it.
Yeah, you know who you are if you're listening. You know who you are. Have you had an embarrassing moment though? Because remember, we love to hear from you on the Breakfast Show this morning. Give us a call on 0121 7040 185. Then around 8 o'clock this morning, we do have Dennis is coming in and he is doing a short story for us, Laura. A short story. So he's going to be reading that live on the radio here this morning. We will let you know a little bit more about it at 8 a.m. But get in touch with your embarrassing stories.
Slide on the pimp gang with my pinky ring. Lot of gang, lot of then the icy chain. While you claim that you rich, that's a false claim. I be straight to the whip, no baggage claim. Whole lot of styles, can't even pronounce the name. You ain't got no style, see you on my Instagram. I be rocking it like it's fresh out the pan. Only when I'm taking pics, I'm the middleman. Walk talking like a boss, I just lift a hand. 3 million cash, call me Rain Man. Money like a shower, that's my rain dance. And we all in black, like it's gangland. Say the wrong words, you be hangman. Why me stick to your like a spray tan? Mister, what kind of car you in the city, love my name. Gotta say it. Taste, taste. She can get a taste. Taste, taste. She can get a taste. Taste, taste. What a say? It's all the same like Mary Kate. Taste, taste. She can get a taste. Taste, taste. Let you get a taste. Taste, taste. Do you love the taste? Yeah, that's cool, but he ain't like me. A lot of girls like me, wanna fight me. Get your check like Nike. Me not icy, that's unlikely. And she gon' me like a icy. Chains on the neck for the whole team. And I feel like Gucci with the ice cream. And my bitch want the Fenty, not the Maybelline. I'm the black JB, the way these bitch green. Make the green. Pretty little thing. Like my AE. Say, yeah, I mean. Taste, taste. She can get a taste. Taste, taste. She can get a taste. Taste, taste. What a nigga say. It's all the same like Mary Kate. Taste, taste. She can get a taste. Taste, taste. Let you get a taste. Taste, taste. Do you love the taste? Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, I'ma put the drip on the plate. Yeah, diamond ice glaze, imitate. Hey, feed me grapes, maybe with the Drake. Slow pace in the rave, got the from base. Diamonds at the bar, the cookie hitting hard. The Robert's in par, I'm at it on Mars. Shotgun shells, we gon' always hit the target. Popcorn, bitch, shell popping out the cartridge. 3400 outside, char bar. 4, 8, 8. For Ferrari. Make her get on top of me and ride me like a Harley. She wanna keep me company and never want to bar me. Yeah, fish tail in the parking lot. I don't kick it with these cause they talk about you. Yeah, and I got the fight, don't make me spark it at you. Yeah, keep it in my back pocket like it's a wallet. Like the way she suck it like a jolly. Stack it up and put it with the whole project. And she got that paddock on water moccasin. I'm rich in real life, I get that profit copy.
She can get a taste. Let you get a taste. Do you love the taste? Yeah, that's cool, but he ain't like me. LA, you can get a taste. Miami, you can get a taste. Oakland, you can get a taste. New York, do you love the taste? Chi-town, you can get a taste. Houston, you can get a taste. Hey, Portland, you can get a taste. Overseas, let them taste. She can get a taste. She can get a taste. Do you love the taste? Worldwide, they gon' get a taste.
So having a look through the Daily Mail this morning, I've come across a article about Olivia Colman. Do you know Olivia Colman? So Oscar-nominated actress, BAFTA-nominated, SAG Award actress.
She's everywhere at the minute, actually, Olivia Colman, isn't she?
Yeah, because obviously the film The Favourite is huge, isn't it? And she's been nominated for everything under the sun. But apparently she's come out to say that she had a advert a couple of years ago that nearly derailed her career, nearly typecast her. She was the lady, and actually I think I remember these adverts. The lady in the AA advert, and she was like, it was like a
AA advert.
AA advert, yeah. And she was like a running feature in the AA advert. And basically she said that then, since then, every audition that she ever went to for the year after that advert was, oh, you're the AA person, aren't you? You're the girl from the AA advert. She said that she lost so much work because of it. And now she's like an Oscar-nominated actress, and she was originally told, absolutely not.
It's just a bit like, Gavin from Autoglass.
Are we thinking Gavin's going to go on to win an Oscar?
No, but he'd have never got another role again, would he?
It's true. Autographs in place. Yeah. All right.
Give Gavin a call.
Give Gavin a call. Is that just a Birmingham thing, by the way? Or was that all over the UK?
I mean, I've no
Don't
idea.
know. I haven't got a clue. So have you ever had any embarrassing jobs? Me and Laura have done promo and all sorts in the past, so you've got to have had one.
Oh, I've had my fair share. I think the best, probably not the most embarrassing, because, actually, here we go. I can combine two in one here. So I was doing a job for a well-known weekly payment store where I had to dress up as George the Bear. Okay, they were launching new stores up and down the country, and for all these launches, they had a balloon modeler and a DJ and George the Bear. So I used to come out in a full, the big mascot suits with the big heads and the big arms and legs and feet and all that. You can't see very much out of them. But I used to have to come out and basically go outside the store and dance to the music of the DJ in this huge costume to try and attract people to come in store. This one afternoon, it is boiling hot, and outside the store they'd got the only way I can describe it is a bit of a display of stone. So it had the squishy AstroTurf floor, and it was made to look like the sea. So the floor was blue, and these stone animals were like humps coming out the blue. So it was a whale tail coming out the floor, and then a little bit further along, like the hump. So it was for the kids, really. It was like a, display. So George the Bear is out there dancing amongst the stone statues, loving my job because no one knows it's me, having a great time. I then took a step back, tried to do the Running Man, and fell over.
Didn't do a Gemma Collins, did you?
Well, I did, but the other way. So fell over the whale's hump, because I obviously couldn't see it, because you can't see anything out of these costumes. Landed on my back, legs in the air, and the head fell off.
Oh no.
So there I am.
That, to be fair, that is the only saving grace with those costumes, isn't
That's
it?
what
Is
I
that
mean, is that no one can see you.
Nobody can hear you scream, basically, and no one can see your face. That's the best part about those costumes.
So over I went, lying on the floor. I couldn't stand up because the costumes and the feet are so big that I was literally, I'm now like one of those cockroaches that's on its back, kicking its arms and legs and can't actually move. And I've got no head on. Well, obviously my own head, but no costume head. One child cried, and the other child came over and gave me one of those little bags of Haribo.
Oh.
And said, I hope you're okay.
Oh.
Thanks, love.
I hope you're okay. You've ruined my childhood because now I know costume characters, that there's somebody maybe possibly in them. And but here's some Haribo. Oh no. My one actually is also costume character. I think you know it. When I got asked to do a promo job, flyering, like pretty much the same thing. Asked to do some flyering, turned up and they said, right, we'll get you in the costume then. I was like, I wasn't aware there was a costume. And bearing in mind, this was booked for a modelling agency. I was like, okay, turned up. Obviously, this is what, and it was a fast food establishment, and I was the sausage. Basically, I was the hot dog in a sausage. But this sausage outfit was so clearly made for somebody who was like 6'5". So like literally the dog bit, all the dog bit would like.
What's the dog bit?
The hot dog bit. The dog bit of the hot dog.
Like the end of the sausage.
Yeah. So like the sausage is the dog, isn't it? The hot dog. It's
Is
a hot
it?
dog. Yeah, that's why it's called a hot dog. The dog bit, anyways, hanging down for a 6'5" person. I couldn't walk properly. I'm having to hand out these. And by the way, yes, I did it, clearly. I was handing out these leaflets, and a group of young youths, local youths, came over and started attacking me. They pushed me down the street, were rolling me down the street, and the guys in the who I was working for were just laughing and filming it. Yeah.
So thanks for that.
Thanks for that, guys. And yeah, they were like attacking me. So if you ever attacked a hot dog in Redditch many years ago, that was me.
I mean, when I think back, I've done so many. I've been a cigarette. I've been, that was for national, again, with the promo, it was for like Stop Smoking Day or something.
I was just about to say, I don't think you're allowed to do that.
Yeah, no, it was for.
Have
it was
a cigarette,
promoting-
children.
No, it was promoting Stop Smoking.
Right.
So we were dressed as cigarettes.
Fair enough.
I've been a Christmas elf. I've been a sugar bowl. That was possibly my favourite.
sugar bowl?
Bertie Bowl. Don't ask.
Again, was the face covered? If you're ever going to take on a costume character and you never have done before, that is the question you need to ask. Ask if the face is covered. If it is,
we're good to go.
We are good to go, everybody. We are absolutely good to go.
I woke up with a fear this morning, but I can taste you on the tip of my tongue. Alarm without no warning. You're by my side and we've got smoke in our lungs. Last night we were way up, kissing in the back of the cab. And then you say, love, baby, let's go back to my flat. And when we wake up, never had a feeling like that. I got a reason, so man, put that record on again. I don't wanna hear sad songs anymore. I only wanna hear love songs. I found my heart up in this place tonight. Don't wanna sing mad songs anymore. Only wanna sing your song. 'Cause your songs got me feeling like I'm in love, I'm in love, I'm in love. Yeah, you know, your songs got me feeling like no fear, but I think I'm falling. I'm not proud, but I'm usually the type of girl that would hit and run. No risk, so I think I'm all in. When I kiss your lips, feel my heartbeat thump. And now we're way up, dancing on the roof of the house. And then we make love right there on your best friend's couch. And then you say, love, this is what it's all about. So keep on kissing my mouth and put that record on again. I don't wanna hear sad songs anymore. I only wanna hear love songs. I found my heart up in this place tonight. I don't wanna sing mad songs anymore. Only wanna sing your song. 'Cause your songs got me feeling like I'm in love, I'm in love, I'm in love, I'm in this place tonight. I don't wanna sing mad songs anymore. I only wanna sing your song, 'cause your songs got me feeling like I don't wanna hear sad songs anymore. I only wanna hear love songs. I found my heart up in this place tonight. I don't wanna sing mad songs anymore. Only wanna sing your song, 'cause your songs got me feeling like I'm in love, 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 I'm in love. Yeah, you know, your songs got me feeling like I'm.
You're listening to Solihull Radio.
So you're telling me, Laura is telling me off air, that apparently we've been pronouncing all the words that we know wrong forever.
I don't know about all the words, but there's some foreign brands.
Right.
So well-known foreign brands that you think you know how to pronounce.
That we've put the Brummy twist on it and we think that's how it's supposed to be pronounced.
Well, I don't think it's just Brummy. I think it's just English people, isn't it? You know, bonjour.
Oh,
That
bonjour.
kind of, the English putting that pronunciation on things.
Or thinking that they're going to be understood if you speak slightly louder.
Yeah.
Slightly louder and with more hand movements.
So the well-known Swedish store,
Oh,
furniture
yes.
store.
Oh, I don't know what you mean. So
What do you call it?
IKEA.
No, incorrect.
No, that's right. Come on.
IKEA.
IKEA. Oh.
IKEA.
There we are.
Is how that should be pronounced.
Does anybody
apparently.
fancy a really frustrating trip to IKEA?
IKEA.
Anyone?
IKEA.
The land of dreams. Anything else? What other one?
I have got the brand, probably very first computer game brand that we owned at our age.
Nintendo.
A Mega Drive.
Oh, a Mega Drive. Yeah.
Which was can you remember? Sega.
Ah, Sega. How's that pronounced?
Oh, yeah, that's
Sega.
Sega. That wasn't a very good example, but apologies for that one. Sega, we're right with that one.
It's shockingly pronounced Sega.
So sorry, there's a computer brand called Asus, I think we call it. ASUS.
Asus.
Asus, the computer brand. It's actually called Asus.
Aha. I think that's delusions of grandeur, that is, isn't it? Asus. Asus. No, it's Asus. It's like Colin Powell. You know Colin Powell?
Yeah.
It's like Colin Powell, isn't it? Oh, so here, everybody, welcome. Please welcome Colin Powell. You know, your name's Colin. It's Colin. It's spelt Colin. It's pronounced Colin. Your name is Colin. That's it.
How about the phone brand, the next one to rival Apple? It's probably the next biggest one after Apple.
I don't know. Oh, it got to be Samsung, hasn't it?
Samsung, actually.
Samsung.
Samsung.
Oh.
Samsung, not Samsung.
You know what this is going to do? This is just going, next time I go to say these words, I'm just going to say it really weirdly and everyone's just going to look at me and I'll then have to explain this basically. Oh, where are you going to?
Do you do any Samsung?
Yeah. Oh, is that an iPhone? No, it's a Samsung. Oh, right. Fantastic.
I bought it from IKEA.
I bought it from IKEA when I was speaking to Colin.
And the last one, very expensive brand of watch.
Oh, I don't know. We've got to be Rolex.
Try Rolex.
Oh.
With the
got a-
rolled R.
It's got a roll of the tongue,
Apparently
has it?
that's exactly how it should be pronounced.
Oh.
Rolex.
I think you'd get arrested if you went into the store and went, "Excuse me, can I have a Rolex, please?
With my Samsung.
I can have a Rolex with my Samsung in IKEA or IKEA." Yes, this is the correct way to pronounce things, apparently. The time is 7:56. You are listening to The Breakfast Show here on Solihull Radio with Laura and Nat.
You know I love you, but you don't know how much. You know I need you. I need your touch. You know I love you, but you don't know how much. No, you don't. No, you don't. No, you don't. But we can find a better way. Have to find a better way. We can find a better way to prove it, prove it, prove it. It's a beautiful life if you give it a chance
need your touch. We can find a better way. Have to find a better way. We can find a better way to prove it, prove it, prove it. It's a beautiful life. If you give it a chance, it can make you dance. It's a beautiful life. Alright, alright. It's a beautiful life. Alright, alright.
News Centre at 7. The former Foreign Secretary Boris Johnson claims the Prime Minister is fighting to scrap the Irish border backstop. It's the insurance option which would keep the border open in any outcome of the Brexit negotiations. He's written in the Daily Telegraph to say Theresa May is planning to go to Brussels and renegotiate. Our chief political correspondent John Craig has been reading Mr Johnson's words.
He says, after 2.5 years of being pushed around in the playground of Brussels, we are turning, blinking, rolling up our sleeves, pushing our spectacles up our noses and preparing to fight back.
The government hopes it could increase the number of teachers in England by reducing their workload. The Education Secretary, Damien Hines, believes at the moment they work too many hours and have too many unnecessary tasks. MPs will today debate whether to lower the smear test age in England to 18. Currently, women are invited for checks from 25. More than 3,000 are diagnosed with cervical cancer in the UK each year. Laura Flaherty survived after a smear test picked it up early on. She recalls being diagnosed.
There was a Macmillan card on the desk and the consultant, it's that old cliche of I'm so sorry, but it's cancer. And there's no other way to put it. I just broke.
Britain's Emily Blunt has become a surprise winner at the 25th Screen Actors Guild Awards. She beat Rachel Weisz, Emma Stone, Amy Adams and Margot Robbie to take the Best Supporting Actress prize for her role in The Quiet Place. In sport, Chelsea assistant Gianfranco Zola says there's only so much they can do to convince Callum Hudson-Odoi to stay. The wingers scored in their 3-0 FA Cup fourth-round win over Sheffield Wednesday, a day after reportedly handing in a transfer request. Tottenham went down 2-0 at Crystal Palace. And Rangers are within 3 points of Scottish Premiership leaders Celtic following a 3-0 victory at Livingston. That's the latest. I'm Amelia Cox.
You're listening to Solihull Radio.
You are indeed. The time is 1 minute past 8, and that was the news here this morning on Solihull Radio. I still think it's saying 7 o'clock, is it? It was,
I didn't notice that one.
I think so. I think it sneaks in a bit of a 7 o'clock there. So no, you're not hearing incorrectly. It is 8 o'clock this morning. You haven't lost.
We did get it right once, though, didn't we? I don't know how that happened.
We did on that wonderful day about a month ago. It was right then. We have had a text message in talking all things embarrassing stories, and this person, who's not left their name, has said that they fell over in a nightclub, went flying through the air, and ended up with their hand in somebody's pint. And then
what you want, is it?
And then that person turned around to look to see the person with their hand in their pint, and then had to pretend that they're getting a fly out. I wonder or not if the person still drank it.
I mean, I can't say that would be the first thing that sprang to my mind. Just getting a fly.
Just getting a fly, yeah. Not sorry about my hand in your pint.
Yeah. Sorry, I just fell over.
Sorry, I just fell over.
Fishing a fly out.
Yeah, exactly. Remember, if you have any embarrassing stories or you want to have a chat, give us a call or give us a text or email as well, studio@solihullradio.com as well. Myself and Laura are also on Twitter, so make sure you give us a follow. What is yours on Twitter?
Oh, now you're asking.
I think it's Little Miss White, I believe. Yours is on Twitter.
That sounds about right, yeah.
Solihull Radio, of course, is Solihull_radio. But also, Laura made a good point that there is also a Solihull Radio, but it's Solihull Radio Cars. So unless you want to be following the taxi guys, then make sure you check.
Yeah, make sure you use the underscore.
Yeah, so if you ever see any of my tweets and they're about the taxi company, then other taxi companies are available as well. But about the taxi company, then I've obviously done the wrong one. And I'm Nat Constable as well on Twitter. So make sure you give us a follow. So what are you up to this week then, Laura? Work?
Work. Gym, gym, gym.
Oh, gym. If anybody...
That's the place, not the person.
That'd be quite good, wouldn't it, actually, for you? So how is the gym going?
It's going okay.
What are you doing in the gym?
Oh, all sorts. I get daily. So I'm up to 27 now. So every day I have to do 27 squats and 27 press-ups.
Oh.
So that goes up by 9 every week.
9? That's a bit of an odd number. Like, why
very
9?
bizarre. I have no idea, but that's how we do it. And then I have challenges to do. So it might be doing a run, or we do a lot with the battle ropes. My poor shoulders.
Oh, I remember when she bought these battle ropes, and she's like, "I bought them. I'm really prepared. Like, I really
got
love
my
it."
ropes.
Now she hates them. Hate
Get rid of the ropes.
Yeah. So you increasing it every single time by 9 every single day, is it?
No, every week.
Every week, right?
For every day this week, I will do 27 of each.
Okay.
Plus, every other day you have to do a set of ab exercises that they
Every
send
other
you.
day?
Yeah.
Right.
And then at a minimum of twice a week, you have to do their challenge that they set, which could be running or battle ropes or anything like that. So yeah, it's good. So far, so good.
Oh.
I mean, I'm not noticing the pounds flying away.
What about melting away?
Apparently, you have to wait for the whoosh.
Oh, I have actually heard of this. This is weird. I have heard of the whoosh.
So apparently my whoosh hasn't come yet, and it's just round the corner.
Oh, everybody loves a whoosh.
Yeah.
Yep.
So apparently, I didn't know this, but when fat leaves your fat cells, your body replaces it with water because it panics that there's nothing in it.
Oh.
And then after a certain amount of time, and that apparently is different for everyone, your fat cells realise they don't need the water, so they let it go. Hence the whoosh. And they shrink because they let all the water go.
Is the whoosh a physical thing?
Well, you pee it out.
Oh, right. Oh, lovely. Oh, lovely.
It comes out apparently in carbon dioxide when you breathe out.
Right.
And also when you go for a wee.
I learned that on a TED Talks actually as well.
So there you go.
That's how you get rid of fat.
I will let you all know when my whoosh comes.
Oh, no, please do not. Text in and let us know who doesn't want to hear about Laura's whoosh. Otherwise, we will be hearing about it as well. Oh, no. Well, it's good that you're keeping up with it and only
2 weeks today.
Only another 3 months to go.
No. 11 weeks to go.
11 weeks. Why'd you put it
That's
in
less
weeks?
than 3 months.
She tries to make it herself feel better by putting it in weeks, you see.
Yeah.
That's like when people say about babies. How old's your baby? Oh, they're 34 months. Well, what's that? No normal person talks like
but
that.
I put it in weeks because how quick are the weeks going at the minute?
It's true.
I mean, we could have been here yesterday this time last week. So I think I've done 2. There's only 11 to go.
Yeah, that is actually the thing about doing this show, isn't it? It makes you realise how quickly the weeks go because it will blink and we'll be in here again on Friday entertaining the masses.
Let's hope so, because then it's nearly the weekend
Let's
again.
hope so. We're also entertaining the masses. That's the question, isn't it? This is Pink with Try.
Sometimes I think that it's better
you just getting by? Tell me, are you just getting by, by, by? Where there is desire, there is gonna be a flame. Where there is a flame, someone's bound to get burned. But just because it burns doesn't mean you're gonna die. You gotta get up and try, try, try. Gotta get up and try, try, try. You gotta get up and try, try, try. Gotta get up and try, try, try. Gotta get up and try, try, try. You gotta get up and try, try, try. Gotta get up and try, try, try. You gotta get up and try, try, try. Gotta get up and try, try, try.
It's not time for the news. I sounded like the person then, didn't I? It's time for the news. It's 10 minutes past 8 in the morning. No, it's not time for the news. I just like that one. It sounds a bit jazzy. It sounds a bit jazzy, doesn't it?
Dun, dun.
So Megan is getting a bit of shtick, isn't she? Because she looks like me after I've eaten a pizza constantly, basically. Why is she? Why are they hating on her?
I think they're saying that she thinks she looks like she thinks she's the only pregnant woman ever in the world. She does hold that bump a lot.
She holds that bump like I hold cake, basically. I don't want anyone to touch it, and I'm very proud of it. That's
very proud and very protective.
No, I'm sticking up for Megan here, and the reason why I'm sticking up for her, yes,
This
it is annoying.
A non-mum sticking up.
This
for
is
Megan.
a non-mum sticking up for Megan, so I'm coming in from a different angle, basically. But I think that I know why she's doing it, because basically if you look at the pictures, take away her hands and she'd just look rather large, basically.
Yeah.
Put the hands in place and all of a sudden she looks pregnant. And my cousin actually said to me once, she said during the first 5-6 months of her pregnancy, she wanted a t-shirt that said, "I'm not chubby, I'm pregnant," because she just kind of filled out everywhere and didn't have the proper bump type thing.
She has got quite a big bump now, but maybe she's just used to doing it. She's done it from the beginning. So you're saying it's for vanity?
I think it's she's got the whole of the media looking at her. She's got the whole world looking after her, looking at her.
Kate didn't do it. Not all the time.
No, I can't remember. Yeah, but Kate's very, very slim. And Megan's very, very slim, but Kate's exceptionally slim.
Maybe it's because Kate's tall.
Yeah,
so
she's
pulls it off
tall
a bit
and she
better.
can hold it, and all that type of thing. I think that's the reason, because she just photographs a bit better. Pure vanity, I'm afraid, but I do think that's the reason. Well, no, not pure vanity, actually. She has got the whole of the world, millions and billions of people staring at her.
I know, but when that baby comes out, she's not going to be able to leave it alone. It's going to be so used to being touched.
Yeah.
But she won't be able to put it down.
Yeah. What are they saying then? Why are they having to go at her just because they're getting annoyed at her touching her bump?
Yeah, people are just finding it annoying. I mean, it is pretty constant, to be fair. And if she's not touching it, she's rubbing it, or she's cradling it, or she's holding a handbag in front of it, or
She also does the big reveal, like when she reveals the bump from the jacket.
And I'm still pregnant.
And everybody pregnant, Apparently, I heard something though that the reason there was a big hoo-ha over her closing the door.
Yes, I also read this.
Yeah, and it was really interesting actually that apparently the issue wasn't that big title in the newspaper, "Woman closes door." It was because if she shuts the door and anything happens, security reasons, they can't get her back into the car, and that's why she's not allowed to close her own door. I was like, that makes sense, doesn't it?
Suddenly we get it.
Yeah. It's like with the royals not having seatbelts.
Oh,
have you read that?
I did recently, but surely they should still have to wear seatbelts.
No, they have it disabled in their car. So, when Philip's driving along and he doesn't have a seatbelt on.
Yeah, so they have the bleeper disabled so that they don't have to wear it because it doesn't beep, beep, beep. But what I don't understand is why they don't have to wear it. I mean, Philip had a crash last week.
Well, apparently they don't have to wear it in case of an emergency. They can get out of the car quickly. That's what they've put out into the.
I mean, my worry is that they haven't got their seatbelt on and there's nobody left to get out the car.
Especially not when you're 97. No, exactly. But yeah, apparently that's the reason. It's a security reason. I think they've just put that out because he wasn't wearing a seatbelt.
Yeah, and the Queen was pictured last week not wearing one as well. I think is they shouldn't really be advocating.
No,
don't wear your seatbelt.
Exactly.
So that's probably why.
Especially in as you said, a modern car that unless you're deaf, basically. Although if my dad's listening, he'll remember the time that I took my car into the service to get it serviced, and the guy asked whether somebody old or deaf drove the car, like old or hearing problems drove the car, and we were like, no, why? And he was like, this person must have been ignoring this for ages. This person being me, ignoring it for ages because it must have been so loud. And I was just turning up the radio. I just didn't want to hear it because I was
it was the seatbelt thing.
No, it was the clutch.
Oh,
it burnt out the clutch, and I was just literally every time it made more of a noise, I just turned it up.
We're talking about the seatbelt when I had my new car. So probably 2.5 years ago now. And I'd taken it in.
Rest in peace.
Yeah,
car.
rest in peace. I'd taken it into the garage for a service. Everything fine. Come out. Following day, car starts beeping. The seatbelt thing. Now my seatbelt's on, so I'm like, oh, and I can't stop it. And I think, oh my goodness, had this before in an old car. Basically, the sensor had gone, so it kept thinking somebody was sitting on the seat. Oh. So it was constant.
That's a bit creepy, though.
I know,
a little bit.
So I thought, I don't believe this. I've got this brand new car. It's just been serviced. I'm going to have to take it back and say, look, this is really, really annoying. Can you sort it out? So off I trot to the garage after work. It's still going off. And I take it in. I'm like, look, you need to do something about this. I've just had it serviced. Surely, if there was a problem, you should have found it. And it's really annoying me.
Should have been sitting on the seats.
Been beeping me all day. And so he came out. He said, I'll come out and have a look.
Oh, it wasn't your bag.
It was my handbag on the seat. And it was that heavy that it thought somebody was sitting on it. I don't think I've ever been so embarrassed in my whole life.
Oh no. Yeah. But the thing is, though, when something goes wrong, you just convince that's it. Oh, it's gone wrong again now. That's it. That's it. It's terrible. It's gone wrong. Take it back. Oh, no. Well, there we are. That's another embarrassing story for you as well.
Very red-faced.
Exactly. Oh, the time is 16 minutes past 8. And what does that mean, Laura?
It's time for me to go.
It usually means it's time for Laura to go to work. So that is the end of her show for today. So what are you just off to work today?
Off to
and
work.
then to the gym.
Yeah.
Oh,
very exciting. Rock and roll, me, Anna. Rock and roll.
Rock and roll. Thank you for Laura. Laura will be back, of course, on Friday as well for the breakfast show here with me. Coming up next, we do have Dennis, and Dennis is going to be reading one of his short stories and talking all things short stories here on the breakfast show this morning. Goodbye, Laura.
See you Friday.
See you Friday.
I could feel the love, can you feel it too? I could feel it, I could feel it, You know I said it's true, I could feel the love, can you feel it too? I could feel it, I could feel it, yeah. You know I said it's true, I could feel the love, can you feel it too? I could feel it, I could feel it, I can feel the love, can you feel it too? I can feel it, I can feel it, You know I said it's true, you know I said Gotta tell you, gotta tell you, gotta tell you, tell you. No one says it's true. I can feel it all. I can feel it all. You know I said it's true. I can feel the love. Can you feel it too? I can feel it all. I can feel it all. I can feel it. I can feel it. I can feel it. Can you feel it? Oh, too.
That is Rudimental with Feel the Love. You are listening to The Breakfast Show this morning. And welcome, Dennis. Welcome.
Hello.
Hello. We do have a guest in the studio, and it is Dennis. And he is going to be talking all things short stories. So, Dennis, you are an author. Tell us a little bit about your writing and how you got into it.
Okay, well, I started from a very young age at school. I used to love writing compositions and stories. And from there, really, I continued writing short stories, science fiction, horror, modern-day fiction. And from there, really, I went on to write a couple of novels. One novel is called Secrets and Ghosts, and that's for children from 10 years old upwards. And it's about, from a boy's point of view, so it's first person. And it's about a boy who goes to a hotel with his dad. And his dad happens to be an amateur ghost hunter. But in fact, it turns out through the story that the boy is more sensitive to spirits than the dad.
Ah, and it's all based within this hotel?
That's right.
Ah, fantastic.
It's a very strange hotel.
Great. And you mentioned as well that if anybody wanted to get their hands on that, how would they do it?
Yeah, the book actually is on Amazon.
Fantastic.
And it's called Secrets and Ghosts. Or you could Google my website, which is Dennis Zasloner at DennisZasloner.com.
Fantastic. And if anybody, what we can do is we can pop that on the social media as well, so on Instagram and everything, and on Facebook as well, so they can send the link through to that.
Cool.
So tell us a little bit about the community that we have here in Birmingham and in Solihull in regards to authors, writers. You mentioned there was a bit of a thriving community for people to get together and read their stuff, basically.
Yes, absolutely. There are lots of writers in Solihull. Some are international writers. Some are fairly unknown, like myself. My particular group of writers, we meet up once every 2 weeks in a local pub, and we review each other's work. But also, I do actually run a group on once every month at the Happy Heart Cafe in Alton, which is the back of Alton Station. And it's for local writers who'd like to read to a small group of people their work and get experience of reading in public.
Great.
And that's once a month at the Happy Heart Cafe in Alton, which is a lovely cafe. Serves vegetarian food, omelettes, wonderful homemade cakes and coffees. So any writers out there who would like to pop along on a Monday, please check out Facebook.
Fantastic.
And it's the Happy Heart Cafe.
And they can simply turn up and be able to read their stuff to a live audience.
That they can do. If they want to book a place, they could actually contact me, and my email address is dennis.zasloner@.com, or also my private address, which is dzee@hotmail.co.uk.
Fantastic. Tell us a little bit about the story that you're going to be reading this morning. It's called The Loves of a Drain Man. Is that correct?
That's right. Yes. Yeah.
It's called The Loves of a Drain Man. Right. You've got everybody's interest then. So tell us, how did you come up with the idea for this story?
Yeah. Well, I find ideas from short stories come from everywhere. It can be reading a headline in a paper, reading an article. But this particular story, I was actually sitting on the number 11 bus going around Birmingham, and there was an etching on the side of the frame by the window, and it said, "Sweet bum loves cheeky pants." And I thought, well, hang on, what's all that about? What is there a story behind that? And as I was thinking that, I was just looking through the window, and there happened to be one of the guys out in the road there, sort of rodding a drain in the pavement. So imagination working together. I thought, well, how can I put these two things together? And hence the loves of a drain man.
Mm-hmm. And is the drain man sweet bum or cheeky pants? Which one is he?
Oh, you have to listen and find out.
Yeah, exactly. Well, Dennis is going to be reading his short story straight after this.
Swam out of the ocean and grew legs and they started walking, and the apes climbed down from the trees and grew tall and they started talking, and the stars fell out of the sky and my tears rolled into the ocean, and now I'm looking for a reason why you even set my world into motion. 'Cause if you're not really here, then the stars don't even matter. Now I'm filled to the top with fear that it's all just a bunch of matter. 'Cause if you're not really here, then I don't wanna be either. I wanna be next to you. Black and gold, black and gold, black and gold. I look up into the night sky. I see 1,000 eyes staring back, and all around these golden beacons I see nothing but black. I feel the weight of something beyond them. I don't see what I can feel. If vision is the only validation, then most of my life isn't real. 'Cause if you're not really here, then the stars don't even matter. Now I'm filled to the top of fear that it's all just a bunch of matter. 'Cause if you're not really here, then I don't wanna be either. I wanna be next to you. Black and gold, black and gold, black and gold. Cause if you're not really here, then the stars don't even matter. Now I'm filled to the top with fear that it's all just a bunch of matter. Cause if you're not really here, I don't wanna be either. I wanna be next to you. Black and gold, black and gold, black and gold.
As promised, we do have Dennis Zaslona, and he is going to be reading his short story called Loves of a Drain Man. Take it away, Dennis.
Okay. Sweet bum loves cheeky pants. With an ache in his heart and a tear in his eye, Warren Tuttleby turned away from the anonymous declaration of love etched into the window of the number 11 bus in which he sat. If only Megan loved me enough to call me cheeky pants, he sighed and gulped back a sob. Whenever Warren became emotional, he also became compelled to fixate on the title of an appropriate love song that expressed his current state of mind. Taking a shaky breath, he said, "What have I got to do to make you love me?" The old man sitting next to Warren gave a phlegmy growl and muttered, "Stupid sod," and brought his newspaper closer to his face. Warren did not notice, for he was fondly remembering the first time he declared to the world his feelings for Megan Morris. He was 15, and in the middle of one particularly restless night, high on erupting hormones, Warren had broken into the school and carved a very large heart into the door of the girls' toilets. Inside the heart, W loves M. Now, at 28, he was married to M, but things hadn't turned out quite as he'd imagined. For reasons very much beyond his control, Warren's love for Megan, and indeed his very survival, now depended upon how successfully he dodged a frequently thrown ashtray or empty vodka bottle. His colleagues within the self-employed drain cleaning fraternity had said from the start that marrying the goddess of his school years just because she was pregnant was a mistake. Warren didn't care, although he had to concede that it would have been better if the child had actually been his. Warren closed his eyes, bent forward, and touching his forehead to the back of his seat before him, whispered, "The first cut is the deepest." The man in front shot to his feet and got off at the next stop. The problem was, Megan absorbed his love but gave nothing back. Warren gathered his self-control and concentrated on the question he'd brought onto the number 11 outer circle bus, determined not to disembark until he'd had the answer. How can I get Megan to love me? He wasn't a fussy man. He could put up with having to clean her toenail clippings from the kitchen sink, and he really didn't mind receiving the occasional slap or black eye. He could even withstand little Bono's ankle-biting and punches to his bottom, if Megan would just return a little of his love. Warren sat through the early afternoon on his fourth circuit around Birmingham, surrounded by not-so-gentle arguments about Brexit, but no inspiration came. At times he thought wistfully of drains and inspection pits. He missed being out on the road, rodding and pressure blasting, but until either his stolen van and equipment was recovered and returned, or the insurance paid up, his one-man waste management business was at a standstill. The bus crawled through the evening homeward-bound rush, and Warren, now mentally and emotionally exhausted, feared that no solution would come. However, the sudden stopping of the bus to avoid running down a dreadlocked youth sparked the inspiration he'd been seeking. The old lady beside Warren screamed when the youth went under, and everyone who had seen gave a collective gasp. But then, as if on a spring, the youth shot back up, his face split in the most disarming grin. People who were concerned now sat back on their seats. Warren saw that complete strangers nodded to each other and exchanged smiles. Warren also grinned, for now he knew exactly what to do. He would make Megan care for him by putting himself at risk. Thrilled by this revelation, Warren turned to the old lady and said, "I'm going to do something dangerous." The old lady hit him with her handbag and moved to another seat. The motorbike that Warren bought was a beast. It scared the life out of other road users and absolutely terrified Warren. He called it the Coughing Demon, on account of the intermittent loss of power and explosive backfire that rattled windows and made Warren feel a real tearaway. Megan was so impressed by his actions that she moved back in with her mother and issued divorce proceedings. No longer caring about life, Warren took to speeding the Coughing Demon through the streets at night. West Midlands police received thousands of complaints from sleep-deprived Birmingham residents, but they could never catch the maniac who seemed to have so little regard for his own life. On one such night, fate rolled Warren his much-deserved six. He happened to ride into Viaduct Street just as a merchandise handover was going down between the Digbeth Darters and the Bridge Street boys. The brickwork arches of the viaduct under which the hostage for drugs transfer was being undertaken magnified the demon's backfire. Both gangs, believing they were being attacked by the other, abandoned the hostage and dived for cover. A real shootout began. With an uncharacteristic burst of courage, Warren steered for the hostage, a woman with bound wrists and gagged mouth, and scooped her onto his handlebars. Screaming almost as loud as the engine's roar whilst trying to control the demon, Warren slallomed away from the battle scene. Warren waited for his divorce to be confirmed before he allowed Greta to move in with him. Her extremely wealthy parents, grateful for the rescue of their only daughter from ruthless kidnappers, insisted that they buy him a new van, power jet equipment and a house with a garage attached in which to safely keep them. A house that Greta visited regularly as their love grew. Now, on this bright Wednesday morning, Warren pulled his van over and snatched up his phone. His heart thudded harder than an airlocked soil pipe as he read Greta's text message. "Hey, cheeky pants. Water's broken. Hurry home." Warren's eyes blurred as he worked his thumbs over the screen of the phone. "Cheeky pants loves Greta. On my way home." Now, he wasn't just Warren. He was Cheeky Pants, and Cheeky Pants was going to be a dad. The end.
Fantastic. Thank you so much, Dennis, for that. That is an amazing story, a lovely, lovely short story. If everybody would like to hear that again, remember, guys, it's not only listening live, but you can also listen back on the website, and the podcast will be up tomorrow as well, so you can listen back to that. And you mentioned that you've got some more content on your website as well. What's your website so they can have a look?
Yep, my website is denniszaslona.com. And on there's some free short stories and also another podcast.
Great. And may I say, Dennis, you've got a fantastic voice as well. Like, such a lovely voice as well. Thank you so much for coming in. That is the end of the show today here on Solihull Radio, guys. We do hope you enjoyed it. We are back on Friday morning as well from 7 till 9 a.m. So make sure you join us for the breakfast show as well. We are going to leave you with Selena Gomez. Have a fantastic Monday and we'll see you Friday.
In your eyes, there's a heavy blue. One to love and one to lose. Sweet divine, the heavy truth. Water or wine, don't make me choose. I wanna feel the way that we did that summer night. Drunk on a feeling alone with the stars in the sky. I've been running through the jungle, I've been running with the wolves to get to you, to get to you. I've been down the darkest alley, saw the dark side of the moon to get to you, to get to you. I look for love and every stranger took too much easy anger, all for you, yeah, all for you. I've been running through the jungle, I've been crying with the wolves to get to you, to get to you. Your fingertips trace my skin to places I have never been. Blindly I'm following. Break down these walls and come on in. I wanna feel the way that we did that summer night. Drunk on a feeling alone with the stars in the sky. I've been running through the jungle, I've been running with the wolves to get to you, to get to you. I've been down the darkest alley, saw the dark side of the moon to get to you, to get to you. I look for love and every stranger took too much easy anger, all for you, yeah, all for you. I've been running through the jungle, I've been crying with the wolves to get to you, to get to you, to get to you. I've been running through the jungle, I've been running with the wolves to get to you, to get to you. I've been down